He doesn't have a lot of film credits, but like he looks exactly like Shazam.
Yeah, he's older though.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Yeah, he's a lot older, and we need Billy Batson to look like a young Superman, basically, or Shazam to look like a young Superman, because that's what he kind of based his look off of. He looks like his dad, but yeah, in comic book world.
I'm kind of sad that Stephen Lang isn't playing Cable, honestly.
Oh, the old guy,
Papa
Dragon.
Yeah,
Jesus,
Papa Dragon.
He really would have been a great Cable.
I think so. I think
he's old.
Not that Josh Brolin will do bad. He's a great actor, but like,
I just think it's hilarious that Fox managed to grab one of Marvel's guys. That's hilarious.
That is kind of funny, actually.
He's probably like, I'm bored being Thanos. I'm not doing anything.
He's not doing shit, man. He's all motion cap suits and shit. It's not like he's busy.
He probably filmed the entire Avengers Infinity War in like 15 minutes on a green screen. He was like, all right, I'm out.
And I'm dead.
And I'm dead.
No? You don't think so? Think he's going to make it to Avengers 4? I doubt it. Although I did see a new preview for Spider-Man Homecoming, which has me a little bit more hopeful.
They dropped another trailer?
They did. And it was less...
It was less, here's the entire plot of the movie.
It's less. Okay. It was less of the entire movie in 2.5 minutes. And it was a lot more conversation between him and like that kid that was in his room building the Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good. I think the writing is going to be really spot on for that.
And I just like the look of the Vulture. I think Michael Keaton is just going to slay. Birdman, Birdbat, Vulture Man.
I can't be mad because it's Michael Keaton, and I think
he looks so sick in the Vulture suit.
Still take him seriously as a dramatic actor, but he can do it.
I mean, he was just in a movie that won, like, Movie of the Year.
Birdman.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why people
shit
on him.
Well, like, when he got cast as Bruce Wayne Batman,
they're like, Mr. Mom?
Yeah, they were not okay with it, and then the movie came out, and they're like...
Because he did comedy, and that's what he was known for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then everyone would freak out, and then it's like, okay, he's a great Batman. Which is, and it's kind of mirroring now when Ben Affleck when everyone was like, Ben Affleck is going to be Batman, a lot of people were like, oh, shit. And now he's like... best Batman.
All I needed to hear was Kevin Smith go, he's going to be just fine. He's perfect. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good with that.
And Kevin Smith would know because Kevin Smith is probably a bigger nerd than all of us.
Well, Kevin Smith knows Ben Affleck
for
like
20 years, man.
Or he worked with him with Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Dogma,
Chasing Amy.
Yep. All that stuff, man. So anyway,
I found something. There's going to be a new kind of like Elseworld alternate timeline event in DC starting in, I want to say, August?
Now, is it DC-wide, or is it just...
I think it's just Nightwing, really.
But it's alternate universe.
It's
where
just going to be...
Nightwing is charged with hunting superpowered heroes.
Superpowered heroes have now been found to be too dangerous, so now it's outlawed, and now there's like all these, posters like, our heroes are human, and everyone is like freaking out because they're thinking, this fascist stuff is now bleeding over into DC because everyone was still up in arms over Secret Empire. But it looks like this Nightwing run is going to be different because he is a part of this regime and he thinks it's the right way to go, but then he finds out that, this isn't what I need to do. And then he kind of turns on this new order and then actually helps it. And they actually do reference Superman Red Sun in this article.
Nice.
That'll be interesting. It might be worth picking
up. Or it said, this miniseries no more makes the Nightwing we know and love a fascist, and Superman Red Sun made Clark Kent a Russian communist.
No. Well,
so it's not, and again, it's Elseworld. It's not going to have an impact on what's going on currently in the DC universe.
No,
it's just going to be a fun story to tell.
Fun story to tell with the characters that we know and love. And not to mention that, but it's relevant to the political
climate that's going
on
right now.
That's going on right now, yeah. With all this fascist talk and Marvel's Captain America, the storyline that's going on there and all this stuff. And I found it interesting, some of the quotes that you pulled from there about The book burning?
If you're against fascism and are burning books you don't like, well, I really don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, because you're a fucking fascist. So, yeah. No, I look forward to that. I think that's going to be a great thing.
Just real quick, it's called Nightwing, The New Order, and it should hit comic shops on August 23rd without, delays. If there aren't any delays, August 23rd.
As of right now, there are no delays.
Should be good. I think that a lot of people that have pet projects in the loaded in the cannon will be ready to start launching those out around that time because November will be Doomsday Clock. So a lot of people will be kind of consumed with all that.
Yeah, so they're putting it back a couple months, or because after they're just gonna be competing with themselves at that point if they release it any later because everyone's gonna be, like you said, geared up for Doomsday Clock.
Yep. Charlie Hunnam came out and said that he wanted to play Green Arrow.
Yes!
Which we'll see what happens there.
Yes!
That's
full support.
Yeah.
Full support.
Yeah. I still haven't seen King Arthur, but I'm going tomorrow.
I could see that. That's perfect casting.
Maybe that's what I should do Sunday, is have a movie day to myself, see King Arthur and Alien Covenant.
God, it
sounds
like a good
day!
You should wait for Alien for me, asshole.
Me too.
On cancellation notes, Black Panther and the Crew.
World of Wakanda is due to be canceled, I think, too.
Black Panther and the Crew got canceled after 2 issues.
Surprising no one.
Oh, so good. Oh, it'll be rebooted next February.
Titles.
So
well,
dumb.
maybe.
But. One of the other things that we're seeing a lot of heat on right now is Dark Days. Dark Days, the 2 issues. I think it's 2 issues.
I am not.
Dark Days
that
is leading up to Metal.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Metal issue 0 is how they're kind of phrasing this. It's going to be full of Easter eggs for Metal.
Batman Dark Days #1, is that?
And then Batman Dark Days #2, I think.
Okay. Has that been out in stores yet?
No,
or is that coming out?
I don't know when it's coming out, but I just know that that's been getting a lot of heat lately.
Why is that?
Because of the Metal. Everybody's stoked for this Metal thing that's going to be happening.
Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo is probably a big reason why.
Well, yeah. When you have that,
and you showed some of the art that they did, and it's the Justice League crew and gladiatored up.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I'm stoked.
I wonder if it has something to do with Apocalypse, because that looks like.
Ooh,
it's a Coliseum for sure.
So I mean, that seems like a very apocalyptic,
the event's plot revolves around Nth Metal.
Oh, Thanagarians.
The Hawks, man.
Well, didn't Hawkman die? Didn't they just have something?
That was the miniseries, Death of Hawkman.
Hawkman never dies, man. He's always reborn.
Okay, well he can.
They just got to find each other. Actually, it's going to be Mongol.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was half
Warworld?
right.
Isn't that what his planet is? They're the planet he owns, basically.
I was so close.
So it's going to revolve around Mongol, which is nice because he is wildly underused.
There are so many great characters that are wildly underused.
Launching this summer, so we're right around the corner from it. Yay! Yeah, that's written by Scott Snyder, illustrated by Greg Capullo. Dark Knight's Metal for Batman Team's Rock and Roll Epic, according to DC co-publisher Dan Didio. The entire universe is at risk. Not even just our world, he said, but multiple worlds at risk.
Yeah, sounds like Mongols behind that.
Dark Knight Metal debuts in August, so end of summer.
Interesting. So we're gonna have new.
It's a good way to start the school year.
We're gonna have New Order and Metal.
Yeah. Giving away. Well, yeah. So the public outrage from, I don't know if we covered this already, but the public outrage from the Captain America stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hit a fever pitch, and the MCU caved, and they put out a press statement that said everything is gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so, basically giving away that everything is gonna revert back to pre-Hydra stuff.
Yeah.
Causing me to not pick up another issue of that. Because, well, it's pointless at this point in time because nothing's going to fucking change.
And now you know how it's going to end.
Yeah. Also, somebody had the brilliant idea to designate HailHydra.com. And
as what? What do you mean?
It redirects you to the U.S. government website.
That's amazing. I am not even mad.
That is the most brilliant thing to ever come. Like, I know everyone, like, people hate Hydra, rightfully, because they're, it's a Nazi science organization. But the Hydra memes are hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, what is June the 6th month?
Yes.
Dark Days, The Forge, number 1, 6/14.
Okay, cool. Good deal.
All right.
Oh, you want me to read you the solicitation on it real quick?
Nope.
You sure?
I mean, you can.
Darkness comes to the DC universe with the mystery of the Forge. Aquaman, the Flash, and more of DC's pantheon of heroes suspect Batman of hiding a dark secret that could threaten the very existence of the multiverse. It's an epic that will span generations, but how does it connect to the origins of one of DC's most legendary heroes?
Is it Batman? Is it Batman?
Probably Hawkman.
Nah.
The great comics event of summer 2017 is about to begin courtesy of superstar writers Scott Snyder and James Tynion III, and illustrated by a masterclass of comics artists, Andy Kubert, Jim Lee, and John Romita Jr. You do not want to miss this one.
That's some big names. And there's James Tynion IV, too, right? He's writing...
Tynion.
Tiny? Is that how it's pronounced?
It's supposed to be the fourth. They did it wrong in the thing. It's James Tynion IV, and Scott Snyder.
Okay. I was like, wait. Because there's a fourth one writing
Starring
Detective Comics now.
Batman, The Flash, Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and Cyborg.
So, like, Justice League people?
Mm-hmm. And it says it's part of a series called Dark Matter 2017.
Cool. Works for me. Works for me. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 went over the $600 million mark officially. So that's doing really well. Alien Covenant, 42 mil, as we were just talking about it. Also, Ken Lonsdale, Kid Flash.
Yes. I don't watch the show. Like, he hasn't been on the thing that much for me to pay attention to the names.
He opened the door.
Yeah.
And he walked out of that closet. Well, he's bisexual. He came out.
Oh, yes. What's his Twitter? What's his address?
Yeah, exactly. Time to stalk him, right?
Whee! Because he knows the power of the Velvet Mafia.
And then Dark Days, the casting number 1, which is the sequel to The Forge, is July 12th. The day before my birthday.
There you go.
That's a birthday present for me!
There you go, my friend.
Ooh, Duke is going to be in that one.
I wonder if it was his time with Grant Gustin. He's like, yeah. So.
Oh, the Legends of one of the greatest DC heroes. It's Hawkman, by the way.
Oh, it's his origin?
Well, it has to connects to it, but I mean, James said that already.
Because it's Thanagarian, or the Nth Metal, that's Thanagarian stuff.
Yep.
So does that mean Hot Girl is going to show up sometime and be a part of the DC universe again? More importantly, when is the Question coming back? I'm probably the only person who cares, but I would like to see the Question now that we have Rebirth and New 52 is done with. Like, can we get that back? Because I would like that a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the cover artwork, and Jim Lee's doing them.
Yeah, I have seen that one.
That's the cover for the casting.
And that was in the preview book.
Pretty.
That is pretty. I like that.
Though to be fair, Jim Lee is one of my favorite artists. Like the guy,
pretty awesome.
Like Batman Hush is a beautiful book.
That book in general is just fantastic.
That is true. It is a great story too.
That's Paul Dini. Didn't Paul Dini write that? No, he wrote Heart of Hush.
Yeah, no. Hush was
Jeff Loeb? No,
I think it was Jeff Loeb. I think you're right.
But I have that, and then I have the sequel, Heart of Hush, where Hush comes back to get revenge, and he takes out Catwoman's heart and puts her on an iron lung. He's like, okay, world's greatest detective, you have this amount of time to find her heart. Good luck.
It's fucked up.
It is fucked up. But that leads into Gotham City Sirens, which is when Catwoman's like, I have to get away from you, I have to get away from all this, because my heart was literally removed from my chest. And then Ivy and Harley find her, and
that makes sense.
And then Gotham City Sirens is started.
It is Jeff Loeb. Or Jeff Loeb, by the way. Is the
nice!
And then Jim is the writer.
Is it Jeff or
Geoff?
No, it's Jeff. It's just Jeph.
Is it? Oh, it's
Geoff.
Jeff.
Jeff.
He wrote one of my favorite Marvel stories, which is Captain America White.
Yeah, he did. What? Captain America White, Daredevil Yellow.
White, Captain America White.
That's what it's called.